resources that are available in the world are by and large controlled or dominated by corporations, of which of course we are a great part, Infosys. And yet, the day-to-day work, certainly the day-to-day work that I find myself engaged in, is mostly about short-term things. One could even argue short-sighted things. 90-day cycles, staying true to operating within very well-defined boundaries of operation. The muscle memory of us, of our corporation, tends to become, as a result, also geared towards these near-term cycles. And yet, when we look at the great problems of the world around us, we find that these are problems that one cannot think when one is constrained by narrow windows of time.
Looking forward to the photograph on this side. Thank you.
The generous recognition of our scientific work and your kind words of commendation. Of course, it is a signal honor to receive the award from Professor Amartya Sen himself, who is a living legend in our intellectual community. Since I had the opportunity at the announcement event in Bangalore about 2 months ago to thank all the people and the institutions who had made our contributions possible, I thought I would use this event to convey a different message, which is similar in thesis to the video that you just saw.
Who are with us today, Murthy, Mr. Pai, and several others. And even rarer honor still, to be selected by an outstanding jury comprising leading thought leaders and global intellectuals, Professor Amartya Sen, towering intellect whose scholarship and ideas have percolated down across a variety of disciplines, including law, and all of us draw a lot on the set of concepts and theories that he's propounded in the recent past. Just as Leela said, the bio was already read out, one of the finest legal minds that we've had, and pioneering in several respects, as being the first woman Chief Justice, etc., etc. The other jury members, thank you very much, sirs, and thank you, ma'am. I have to say, though, that this award is very eclectic. I don't see it as an individual award because the work that this award really felicitates and recognizes has to some extent been done by me, but is the culmination and the net result of collaboration between various people who just did their job silently without wondering or worrying about the credit. So I have a long list of people to thank, particularly my wonderful colleagues at Spicy IP and IDIA, who really went out of the way to create a more inclusive India, to create a more inclusive knowledge discourse, because that's what I mainly do, while democratizing the discourse around intellectual property law, trying to get more people into it, because this is truly the knowledge economy.
I stand here today because of amazing colleagues in the Department of Biological Sciences at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Mumbai. One could look far and wide and not find a group as supportive, as collegial, and as vested in each other's successes as the group that I'm privileged to be part of. I stand here today because of my scientific training from my postdoctoral mentor, Elizabeth Grove at the University of Chicago, and from my graduate advisor, Paul Patterson at Caltech. From Paul, I learned not just how to do scientific research, but also how to communicate it. He is no more, but I continue to learn from his example even today.
Thank you. Professor, would you like to say a few words?
Personal science, and cut to the chase. I wanted to say two things. One, firstly, definitely big thank you to the Infosys Foundation for instituting these awards. And it takes a lot of investment to create awards. You have to set aside a large corpus of funds. You have to think about what you want from it in the future. And the foundation has not just done that, but invested a huge amount of time. Now, this time is extremely precious for every one of us. And I really want to thank all of you for having pursued the award and to make sure that you understand, the whole world understands what it is that you're trying to recognize.
The global population, they are all infected with tuberculosis. And if you look at the World War I, when there was no science, hardly 6 million people died during the whole World War I. Went into World War II, there were contaminations, and we killed 60 million people. But imagine tuberculosis is a small bullet-shaped bacteria, and it is living in all of us. And if this guy becomes like virulent, I think over 1/3 population will disappear. I think this is the objective of all the scientists, researchers, that hopefully we will make some drugs which save us and keep this planet for a longer period. And Tika has already told that many people who suffer from cancer and CNS disorders, hopefully our research work will inspire youngsters to come into science, take up science as a challenge, and make this planet disease-free.
I'm going to be very quick. About 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago now, my first trip to India took me to Calcutta first, and then to Bangalore, where I was kindly received by Mr. Murthy, and in fact stayed in Infosys guest house. A few years before, I had read my first book on development economics, which was Amartya Sen's Development as Freedom, though I had no idea it was economics, so it was just about life. Therefore, it is particularly fitting and humbling that I should be receiving this wonderful award here in Calcutta from the Infosys Foundation with Amartya Sen as the chief guest. This trip and this book would prove to have decisive influence on both my career and my life. I think they taught me that it was possible to try to do good by doing good work,